Nick Knowles has made no secret of his passion for the opposite sex, but not all of his dalliances have ended well. The host of BBC TV show DIY SOS once opened up about his big loves in life, declaring them to be, "Music, rugby, motorbikes were my first big passions. And women." Speaking to the Mirror in 2017, he added, "I like attractive women, strangely enough. I am very lucky that a lot of my very good friends are attractive women." Before household TV fame, Nick was married to first wife Gillian, and they had 2 children, daughter Tuesday and son Charlie. When their marriage ended in the late 90s, he embarked on a 2-year relationship with beauty therapist Paula Beckett-Voss, who gave birth to his son Tyrion J, now aged 24. He fell for TV and radio presenter Susie Perry in 2000, after they met on the set of City Hospital and he provided her a shoulder to cry on after her marriage ended. 3 years later they called it quits. In 2009 he met his second wife, Jessica Moore, who he married in September 2012. They welcomed their son Edwin in 2014. However, 2 years later the couple split. They announced their separation in January 2016 but kept in contact as Nick supported Jessica through her battle with cervical cancer. Scorned soap star X in September 2016 he was pictured looking cozy with Emmerdale actress Gemma Otten at the TV Choice Awards. He even whisked her away on a romantic mini-break in Edinburgh. As soon as the pictures emerged, Gemma claimed Nick brutally dumped her, alleging, "One Sunday morning we were lying in bed and all these texts came through about us being photographed together." In an instant, he completely changed. It was all about him and how it was going to affect his family. "It was really cruel, as he said it didn't matter for me. I felt sick." She went on, "I said, do you want to throw away what we have? We have done nothing wrong. But he just dropped me like a ton of bricks. I thought it was a real relationship and he wasn't afraid to let others know." Gemma admitted that, "The experience with Nick knocked my confidence and I've learned to keep my guard up since dating him." Nick, however, defended himself, revealing that he and Jessica had since reunited after a difficult year involving a miscarriage, the breakdown of our marriage and cancer. Nick wrote in a lengthy Twitter statement, "Life is not about what happens to you, it's about how you deal with it. This year we faced a miscarriage, the breakdown of our marriage and cancer without being disrespectful about each other at any point. We are saddened for each other and for the sake of our young son that this is being played out so publicly. The story in today's paper is something that happened, in the space of less than 1 week, during a turbulent, dramatic time and more to the point, whilst we were separated." Following his wife's recovery from cervical cancer, Nick and Jessica decided to give their marriage a second try, but their relationship ended for good in December 2016 when Nick filed for divorce. Jessica said she was blindsided by his decision. Nick said, "She's the most beautiful person with the biggest heart and I regret very much some of the things that have happened and the fact we haven't been able to make it work. But it's time to move on." Within a year he was pictured with TOWIE star Pascal Kramer. Speaking about the supposed blossoming romance in September 2017, Pascal said at the time, "He's so lovely. We're seeing how it goes. He gets portrayed badly but he's a nice guy." But when he denied they were seeing each other, she reacted badly, accusing him of going through a midlife crisis. But a source close to Nick branded Pascal's claims bonkers and said the presenter had only met up with her as a favor to her manager. within days of his last dinner date with Pascal in September 2017, Nick was seen romancing Lark Rise to Candleford actress Olivia Hallinan, 38. Then in early October 2nd to 17th he was pictured with yet another new woman, fantasy author Julia Suzuki. He sent tongues wagging after attending the Childline Ball with a pretty brunette, 33-year-old martial arts expert Della O'Sullivan. A few weeks later he was photographed enjoying a peck on the cheek from 22-year-old Love Island star Georgia Harrison. In January 2018, Nick's 3-month romance with marketing executive Rebecca Kearns, who at 25 was 30 years his junior, became public. But once again things didn't work out, with them going their separate ways in July 2018 after 8 months together. "I'm not into dating," Nick told the Mirror at the time. "I'm more concerned about spending time with my son in the countryside." Nick has been honest about his lack of commitment in relationships, revealing in 2008, "My relationships have pretty much followed a pattern. They last 6 months and start off with me explaining that I work a lot, so we'll have commitment issues. The women involved agree that that is fine, then after a month I get a phone call saying, 'This isn't on.' After 3 months we split up, then get back together. After 5, Terry's another tussle. At 6 it's all off." Hints at secret fling with Natalie Imbruglia. The star appeared to revel in his Lothario status in a 2019 radio interview with DJ Chris Moyles. When asked if there ever had a thing with Natalie Imbruglia, he did not deny anything. However, he did make it clear he knew her well. On the show, Nick said, "I wouldn't describe it as a thing. Well, we were just sort of friends at the time. It was a long time ago. She was very beautiful, bright and very funny." Describing the circumstance of their meeting, he said, "We went to Edinburgh to do the G8 summit, she was part of the comic relief show. We've done various stuff. Life with wife-to-be Katie, but in recent years, the former Lothario has changed his ways and now Terry's only room for one attractive lady in his life, his fiancée Katie Dodsey." The presenter reportedly met Katie, 33, at a playgroup attended by his youngest son Eddie, but it wasn't love at first sight for Katie. In an interview with The Sun she said, "I actually didn't like him very much. We just knew each other as our kids were friends. I'm very shy and quiet, while Nick is quite extroverted and a complete chatterbox. But they agreed to go for a coffee and realized they had a lot in common." She added, "Nick has a Peter Pan complex, he doesn't act the age he is at all. He is like a teenage boy and has so much energy. I also act a bit older, so it works out." On ITV's Lorraine in September, Nick revealed how he proposed. "She came out to New Orleans to see me, and I thought this would be a great place to propose, but I didn't have a ring, so I fashioned one. I got nail scissors on a Haribo so it had a jewel." He added, "She will travel almost anywhere that I'm working. When I get home, I spend time with my little boy who is just 9. Wherever I am in the world she'll come and join in too. They have been in a relationship since 2019 and got engaged this summer."